episode of the 6481 show, where our aim is to make biodynamic wine more accessible. Now, you might be wondering why I'm sitting in front of a brick wall and not in a wine bar. Well, we are going to drink some tasty biodynamic wines in the next episode, but I want to start this journey with the basics, and I want to tell you more about biodynamic farming and winemaking. Let's go! Biodynamic farming is a form of organic farming, but it expands on the natural, sustainable approach of organic farming to a more holistic, closed-loop ecosystem school of thought, which aims to leave the land in as a good, better shape as it will find for future generations. It's about what is above and below the farm. Biodynamic farming considers the life force of the farm. It also explores the combination of science and spirituality. So, where did this style of farming come from? In the 1920s, Rudolf Steiner, an Austrian philosopher and scientist, developed an antidote to existing farming practice which used chemical fertilizers. Steiner believed that a farm should be able to create and maintain everything needed to stay healthy and fruitful. There are 6 biodynamic farming principles. Number 1. Plant diversity. Conventional farming practices often focus on monocropping, whereby the same crop is planted and harvested on the same field year after year. However, biodynamic farming promotes plant diversity, which keeps the soil healthy but allows a variety of plants to grow on an uncultivated land as well as mixing crops. Number 2. Crop rotation. The practice of rotating crops from field to field is important for sustainable agriculture as it encourages healthy soil. Number 3. Animal life. Keeping varied animal species on the farm is important too. Along with cover crops and green manures, it also promotes healthy soil and controls weeds and pests. Number 4. Composting. One of the fundamental elements of biodynamic farming is composting. Humus is created during the composting process. It is then used to be spread on the farm field to structure the soil, stimulate microbial activity of the soil, dissolve minerals, as well as regulate the pH of the soil. Number 5. Homeopathic solutions. There are 9 homeopathic preparations based on the extract from animal, plant, and mineral manure. Each preparation is numbered. It starts with 500. 500 to 505 are key to composting. 506 and 507 are used to stimulate the humus, and 508 is used to reduce fungal disease on crops. The compost preparation are then stuffed into cow horns, which are then burned in the soil. After 6 months in the ground, usually over the winter months, the horns are dug up and the stuffing is diluted into spray and used to treat compost, soil, and plants in the farm. This process is called dynamization. And finally, number 6, life forces. There is one main element which distinguishes biodynamic farm from other farming techniques. It is the belief of the life force, which suggests that in addition to biology, physics, and chemistry, cosmic forces such as the lunar cycle and the position of the sun and planets play a role in the life of the farm. How does all of this relate to winemaking? A biodynamic vineyard follows the same principle as a biodynamic farm. Therefore, biodynamics occur before winemaking even happens. The soil is prepared in the same way as I already explained. All other tasks associated with winemaking, from planting, pruning to harvesting, are regulated by a special biodynamic calendar. Maria Tool devised the calendar. She divided days in 4 categories, which coincide with one of the 4 elements: earth, fire, air, and water. So, what are the 4 categories? There are roots days, which are ideal days for pruning. Fruit days are the best for harvesting grapes. Leaf days are ideal for watering plants. And finally, you should leave the vineyard alone on flower days. So, for example, you shouldn't harvest grapes on a leaf day, because leaf days correlate with the element water, which means that you will end up picking rotten grapes which are full of water. Okay, that's a lot to take in. So let's stop here and let's talk about why we decided to start a wine show with focus on biodynamic wine. Well, we believe that this way of farming creates a sustainable ecosystem which is reflected in the wine. In future episodes, we want to introduce you to the best biodynamic, organic and natural wine, starting with wine from my home country, Italy. Until then, cheers!